Welcome back, everybody. This is Derek Scull with Gatekeeper Media.
And this is Chris German.
And we are bringing you the 2018 New Jersey State Championships, sponsored by Millennium Discs.
Yeah, man, we're heading here to the home stretch. This is the back nine of the final round. We played 4 rounds here, 2 of them being here at Stafford Woods. Devin, man, he's on a roll. 5 under through 9.
Yeah, if you're tuning in from our front 9 coverage, you see him taking home some Gatekeeper rewinds. So let's see what we got this round.
Yeah, let's see if he can keep it up. He's going to be the one leading the box here. And hole 10, pretty short hole, 257. Just got to keep it straight, just right down this gap.
It's definitely a hole that's nice, rounding out the back of your round. So build a little bit of a confidence builder to get you through the back 9.
Yeah, I would say so, especially some of the holes on the back 9 are pretty tough, and that's a tough one for Chris, man.
Yeah, you hear Villa kind of, no.
That's tough. So Rob here, he's kind of been up and down, I would say. He's had some shines of greatness and then some missed putts here or there. And Mike ended the back 9 pretty poorly there, giving Devin a sole leadership here.
And that got him pretty far right over there, so he's going to be fighting through some rough, it looks like.
Yeah, this hole can be tough, though, because if you go off the fairway, you can see there's some pretty tight gaps pretty far down the fairway.
A lot of this course is really well guarded.
Yeah, this is a tough course. Because if you're not on that fairway, you're thumbing shots out like that, or pitching out, hitting another tree on your up.
Rob still has some work here, but at least he's got a little bit of a lane. He's going to run it and just falls a little short, low into the right.
That log stopped it. That was nice.
Yeah.
He'll be able to tap that in for his par.
Villa on his 3. See if he can make connection. He gets that log 2, or that stump 2, but that saved him as well.
Let's see what Devin can do here, and he sinks it.
Living up to the name here.
Yeah, I mean, like I said in the last round, he's feeling it, and you could just tell.
That's a nice 3 by Mike.
And Mike's been putting together a pretty solid round as well. I think he's hovering a maybe -2 here.
Having fought through that brush over there to the right, that's going to be a nice 3 to take.
Villa's just going to be tapping in his bogey here, as he's 2 over for the round. And then Rob's able to get that easy par. He's still sitting at 3 over. So end of hole 10, Devin with the only birdie here, putting him 6 under, 30 under for the tournament. Mike Carman's 3 strokes behind him now. He was able to get a par. Villa sitting at 23 under. So really, it's starting to come down to just the 2 of these guys here, man. 3 strokes, 8 holes left.
Yeah, and we will see how this plays out on hole 11, one of the beastly fairways on this course. Tight, winding, and 775 feet.
Yeah, of just tight woods. If you go off the fairway, you are not going to have a good time. Devin, that was one of the first mistakes I would say he made. He just kind of hit a tree early.
Quite some. Rob's going to hug the right side of the fairway. He's going to give himself a little bit of foot room to shoot from there.
Yeah, you want to just throw as a righty, just a steady hyzer, just right up there. That's not what you want. You do not want to be kicking off to the left or the right of the fairway. But a pretty straight shot, I would say even just like a mid-range, just kind of throw it up this gap.
And even though that didn't have a lot of distance, he really benefited from keeping it right square in the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, and you can get up and down on this fairway as long as you stay on the fairway. It's once you're off, like how Mike is here, his second shot, he's still not on the fairway.
Yeah, sometimes the safe way to go is really just play your points and calculate your route to the basket. Just be very strategic. Mm-hmm. Don't overthrow something. Not try to be a hero.
That was tough for Devin. He's going to be off to the left side now, as that's looking really nice from Villa.
That's it. Nice skip on the end. It's
and that
be on the left there.
That's ideal right there. I would say that was basically a perfect shot.
A little hard to see where that one went. Like we said, very thick.
As Rob, this is his second shot, so he got up there. Everyone has taken 2 shots already before him. He kind of goes for the Anheuser road.
A little high, clips that tree, but it points him in the right direction.
He's right on the edge of the fairway. He's not too much in the rough, so he'll have a look. There'll definitely be a gap. is Carmen's just trying to get out onto the fairway. So at this point of the hole, they're near where that's kind of a hill, and then it kind of dips down. So I would say
that's like at 2/3 the length.
If you're taking your third shot from around there, I would say you're in a good spot to birdie or a par. If you're on your fourth shot or even your fifth shot, like you're going to be looking at a double. So we have Villa here. He's had a really good second shot. His third shot's also looking very nice. And this is what you want to do.
That's exactly the type of shot you want to take.
Yeah, he'll be able to run a birdie on 4, and if he doesn't make it, he'll have a par.
It looked like Rob's snuck by the first tree, clipped that second, and pushed him pretty far left.
So the fact here, Devin's on his 4th shot, still not over this hill. Just going to let you know that you're most likely going to be taking a bogey here, as he's going to be running 90 feet. 60 to 90 feet for his par save.
It's not a comfort shot for most.
No. As this is Mike's par save here.
Again, those trees are not playing nice with him today.
And this hole can single-handedly ruin your tournament, I would say. This hole by itself can basically ruin your round.
Really just the mental aspect of it.
You just don't feel safe going into the next couple holes, even though they're short holes. If they're tightly wooded, if you go off the fairway. It's Devin here.
He's going to go for it because he knows he has to, and it just did not hold that turn. Faded a little soon.
But yeah, I mean, he's going to take a bogey there, but I don't think that's the end of the world knowing that Mike is going to take a double here. He's still going to gain a stroke on the card, or at least on Mike. As Rob just throws his par up. Villa for the birdie. Whew. And that would have been a birdie to get. That would have been a really good confidence booster. Devin's able to knock that in. He's going to be taking the bogey, putting him back at 5 under for the round. Villa with the lone par.
Hey, par's great on this hole.
Yeah.
If I could walk away with par on this, I'd be very happy.
I mean, I've talked to some people while playing here. I mean, the first time you shoot it, you can shoot anywhere from a 7 to a 9 to an 11 to a 13. I mean, keeps going. So that was a tough hole there. Villa with the only par. Both Devin and Robert taking single bogeys, and Mike's unfortunately going to take that double bogey, putting him at +1 for the round.
All right, hole 12. It's going to be uphill to start. It's going to veer off to the left.
Yeah, I would say this part gets a little easier. I would say these next 3 holes are birdieable holes. So
if you're a righty player, this is going to be a hole that you want to follow 11 with.
Yeah, and you want to be walking away with a birdie here. If you're not, you know you're falling to the rest of the card.
Villa hits that tree and stops him. He's still going to have a look,
yeah,
but the distance there.
It's unlucky.
We get a very fortunate kick here for Devin.
Yeah, and he got up there. If that was on the other side of the log, that could have rolled down the hill. So we have Rob here, taking the same route as Devin. That's looking very good.
Wide enough to miss everything. He's going to be outside by about 20 feet.
So all these guys should be making a look here. So we have Mike's textbook right there. You got to look for birdie. Let's see what Villa can do here. So he's going to have the most work. So I really like this hole. I like how you can see the 4x4s in there. As he's going to be having to settle for a par. See what the rest of these guys can do here. So Rob makes it. And like you said, after hole 11, walking away with birdie here.
You can gain your strokes back.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Start to, potentially.
So we have Devin here. He's still trying to keep a hot round after having a little hiccup last round, or last hole.
So like I was saying, he was able to, that +1 he got on 11, he's going to be able to take that back like it never happened.
And it looks like Mike...
A little adjustment to the chains there.
Guess one of them got hung up.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be putting into that.
No, definitely not. We have Villa here. He's just going to have to tap in his par. And, I mean, you gain a stroke on the card the previous hole, and then this one you just give it right back. So that's a tough one.
It's kind of the other side of that sword.
Yeah, so Devin, Mike, and Rob all getting birdies. Almost had ourselves a star frame here. Chris is going to be the only one taking the par. So moving the hole 13.
So 2 of 4, par 3. Going to go downhill and then just slight short dog leg right.
Yeah, I would say this going from a righty uphill, this is a lefty downhill hole for traditional backhand players. Very short. You could probably even throw a putter off here. He likes to go forehand here, Devin. But
So skip.
skips through most of the stuff, though, and he's going to have a look. As Rob's going to take a similar line. Unfortunately, he does hit that tree, and that looks like it kind of stopped dead on him. It's tough, man.
Hitting trees is just a normal occurrence on this course.
As more trees. That actually hit some small trees, but you could just see how it stops dead instantly.
So Mike's finding himself there in some rough again. Going to have to pitch out, but he puts himself in a good position.
Great landing spot. He'll be able to save his par. So Rob here is able to do the exact same thing and just kind of lay it up and settle for the par. So we have Villa here. Let's see what he can do. He was running that.
Yeah, and it was on point for it too.
He was definitely running that. And that's like we said last on the front nine, is he's an aggressive player.
Devin here consistently putting on a show.
Yeah, this is great golf to film, spectate, watch, and commentate for, man.
And you see how quick Villa is to set up and shoot, like we referenced in the last video, but I barely got that one.
It's funny, Devin's running off screen as Villa's shooting on. As Carman's able to knock in his par.
Thank you for stepping out of the way, Mike. I appreciate that.
Rob's going to walk there with the pars. Devin's the lone one getting the birdie. It's going to put him 7 under for the entire round, 31 under for the tournament. Basically, no one can touch this guy right now.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you, Millennium Discs, for powering this and making all this possible as we move into hole 14. I'd say hole 14 is part of that birdie corner, birdie alley that we have here. This is a pretty short par 3. You go straight down, then you turn to the left a little bit. As Devin elects to do a turnover forehand. Hard to see. I guess I didn't get that one, but
Might have had to dodge it.
yeah, probably. I'm guessing it's close the way he's playing. So
I mean, that's a safe shot. It's going to give him, average putt.
So we have Mike here taking that same route. It's interesting. As he gets up there, it's a good shot.
It looks like Villa's the only one who elects for backhand.
And he goes really wide.
Yeah, he doesn't get the distance that he needed up that hill.
Looks like he also hit a tree. So he just lays that up. He should be able to save his par.
On fire.
Just can't stop him. You could see how many times he's worn those pants when he's played. I think we should see it again. You could tell that's some wear into those pants there. He's probably won a lot of tournaments in those pants. And no discredit to Mike, that's a very good putt by Mike as well. And that's a really good birdie, I would say. Rob's also able to knock in another birdie. So once again, 3 of these guys getting birdies. Villa's just going to have to settle for the par.
So 1 off again for a star frame, but that's all right. Securing a par is not so bad either.
Not at all. So that's going to put Devin 8 under for the round. Mike's now sitting 1 under. Villa is sitting 2 over with the only par, and Rob actually caught up to him sitting at 2 under as well. Tell us about hole 15, man. This is
hole 15 is a monster, and you're gonna see this tree over here on the left. That's gonna be the midway point. You're gonna have a tight alley at the beginning, opens up big field, and then dumps you back down into some real guarded area. Real nice platform to shoot on, though. You got a backboard in case you overshoot.
Ooh, tough to hit that. Yeah, I like this hole because it's tightly wooded. Then it opens up, and then you have like this really kind of on a slope. Guardian tree platform, which is very nice.
For if you're gonna take a kick off a tree here, that's probably one that you want.
Yeah, and there is no OB on this hole, which is nice. There is OB on 16, but no OB here, and I would say that's the idea. I'm gonna be up there.
Yeah, you're gonna have a really good vantage point from that, so that you have a couple lines to take to get closer to the basket.
Yeah, I would say this hole plays as a par. Like your
needs to fade back.
Yeah, it's starting to come back, but like I said, no OB. So this hole, it plays like a par 4. I feel like this is a very hard hole to birdie. So your second shot is for you to birdie this hole. Your second shot needs to land down there.
I mean, as you see, the two who kicked off the trees early on, they're shooting from roughly the short tee box.
Yeah.
So that's that extra stroke, right? Mm-hmm.
Whereas you shoot short tee box, you're getting birdie here. So you can see there, even Rob has some work to do.
So it looks like it's getting quite windy out there. That's part of the challenge of open field golf too.
And that's another thing I love about this course is it's very tightly wooded, but there are little bits of like openness that you can shoot at, and I think this just goes to Adam as how well this course is designed.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
As Mike's needs to come back, that's staying really straight.
Well, that's gonna keep him pretty high up there. He's gonna be shooting down towards the basket.
Death putt down to the basket into just bushes.
You do not have the backboard from that angle.
No, that is. You better swish that in, man.
That's looking really nice, and I spoke too soon. Nice, man.
Sorry there. That is skipping. But, I mean, he's down there. Like you said, there's a backboard, so you can run it. As Mike was really up there.
Playing it safe,
Great
and
shot.
he's going to give himself a nice up.
That was a great shot by Mike. It's a good run by Rob. We have Chris here, one knee, kind of stretching out.
Oh. Right on target, just a little high.
Definitely an A for effort there, man.
All right, and he's up there.
He's human, too.
So we'll see everybody just finishing up.
Yeah, Rob, if you able to knock that in, it's a good putt on his end. I would say this is one of the most dynamic and funnest holes to play here.
Yeah, I would agree. I would say this is a pretty tough hole for me.
Yeah, if you get too far to the left and you get into the woods a little early, you can spend 2 or 3 strokes just trying to get through that.
Especially because from there you're shooting into the wind most of the time.
Yeah. As these guys are just going to tap in, and we're going to be moving on to hole 16. So Mike and Villa, the only ones getting pars there. Both Devin and Rob are going to have to settle for the bogeys. So we have a 4-stroke difference here, moving into just 3 holes. Let's see if it's possible.
So hole 16 here, par 4, 545. We do have 2 OB lines and a nice hanging basket there at the end. All field, You're just trying to get distance as much as you can while staying basically right down the gut.
Yeah, and there's OB on this hole as opposed to 15, so that does come into play, but I would say overall a pretty easy hole distance-wise for what the par is. You can kind of get down there in two shots, be able to run for your birdie, as that's ideal right there. Just what Mike did. Just get it out, get it in bounds. So that needs to come back.
That's going to be pushing it.
Oh.
And him being right on the line
Yeah, that's in.
does secure his inbounds.
Wow. That pull almost denied him.
Yeah.
And that would have been unfortunate for Villa for the type of round he's having today. A lot of unlucky shots.
So Devins gets this pretty sharp skip there after it lands, and he's going to find himself right in the middle.
And yeah, that's the idea. Is you just want to get out there and get in bounds. This is
Not fading whatsoever.
that just turned over on him, and that's going to be tough because he went out of bounds pretty early.
So he's going to be fighting here. This is on his third shot. And again,
That needs to come back, and I don't. That's not going to come back. That never went in bounds. He's going to have to shoot from the same spot.
and he's going to be hugging this line again. And this is hurtful.
This is tough.
So he's finally securing this inbounds.
I'm sorry there, Rob. That's a tough one to swallow. I don't even know what stroke it is now. It was three out of bounds, I believe. 4.
About a 9.
Yeah. So we have Mike here. He's, like I said, you want to get out there, second shot, you should be able to just drop that right in.
That sand really slows it down. Gets him a nice little tap in.
And being a raised basket, it could come into play. It makes it a little more difficult, but you just kind of have to sink it right in that sand there, as Derek was saying.
Right, so Villa is on his approach, and it looks like he really wants it.
He was running it, man. That almost went out of bounds.
Wouldn't that have been something?
If he would have ran that so hard, that would have went out of bounds. Yeah.
And Rob really going for it because he knows he has to. I would say that was a really good bid.
Ooh. And there's the raised basket, and this is a very high raised basket too. You're basically shooting above your head. But Devin finds a way to do it, and he's just going to keep sinking them, man. So he's now knocked in.
Securing the basket, making sure it's not shaken for the other players. It's good to see.
Yeah. Good sportsmanship.
All right, so Rob is taking what I believe is
an 11. Yeah, he's I think he's ready to go home at this point. 2 holes left. You don't.
I mean, it's been a long day.
Yeah, I mean, playing this course once is enough, but having to play it twice in one day is insane.
And seeing how Devin is just running away with it right now.
Yeah, so we have a 4-stroke lead, just 2 holes left. Both Mike and Devin were able to get those birdies, but nothing's stopping Devin from walking away with this thing here.
So what's going on with hole 17?
Hole 17 is, once again, it doesn't get any easier here, man. I mean, this is a par 4, 520 feet, which is pretty short, but it's very tightly wooded. You kind of just have to keep it straight, and then it kind of dog legs down to the right there.
That is one to really crush you at the end of your round.
And I would say, with Idlewild just happening and how hard that back 9 is, I just love seeing this course being so home to us and how wooded and tough this course is.
Yeah.
It's just, it feels good to see that not only we struggle with woods golf. That was a great shot there. I would say Villa got down there. You can kind of see the basket.
That's going to secure something really nice on your second.
Yeah, I mean, he basically just has to lay up a second and tap in a birdie there.
It looks like we got a little bit of a bounce off of a tree in the background. Hard to tell.
Yeah, and
it
actually, he threw that so hard, I think it bounced right back onto the fairway. So Mike's having a tough time here. And this goes to show you, just Northeast wooded golf is finesse and technicality. That's what wins you.
Very technical.
It's
And creative.
Yeah. Great line by Devin.
Oh.
Splits those trees. Gets an extra 3 points. Wrong sport. As this was Villa's first shot, I believe, so he's running that for an eagle. And it's worth the run at this point.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, at this point, you just throw everything you got.
So Rob's going to want to play this hole very carefully here to end his round after having quite a beating from the bounds lines.
Yeah, because he's going to start coming into play with the other cards and how far could he have fallen in the leaderboards from that one hole. I mean, he was sitting comfortably fourth here, but we don't know what happened from there. So we'll see how he finishes this tournament out. So he was able to secure that putt right there, and you could just tell he's had enough. As Mike's going to come in here.
This shouldn't be a problem for him.
No, he did struggle on this hole, though. He fought through a lot. As Devin's able to knock his birdie in. Bill is able to knock his in. As I feel exhausted for these guys. I mean, I feel exhausted just watching how tough this is. So Rob's able to get the birdie there, so I know that's a confidence booster based on that previous hole. Mike's actually going to be taking a bogey. So.
All right, so the big finish here, hole 18, par 3, 285. It's a little deceiving from the fairway video that we have here, but you're going to see a line that everybody's taking. You're just going to want to go left.
Yeah, it's real tight, heavy hyzer to the left, and it should just fade right up. Should be able to take you down right at the basket.
It's a deceiving hole.
Yeah, it doesn't. It feels like it shoots like 200 almost.
Yeah, you cut most of the distance by taking this line here.
Mm-hmm. As Rob's able to get that up there.
So as of right now, all these are very makeable putts for this whole card.
Yeah. It would be nice to see a star frame here.
And Villa's is looking great.
Yeah. Circle's edge.
So after a tough hole here, Mike is gonna go, and it looks like he was trying to really keep it sharp.
You could tell he hesitated a little. He almost thought, like, should I really go that deep? And then he kind of like paused and let it go, and he threw it right at the tree he was probably thinking about.
Yeah, so he's looking at his 3 now. We will not see a star frame here, but
it's all right. Let's see if we can see some good putting here.
all right.
That's great.
So I'd be proud to end my round on that shot.
Yeah, I agree. That's something you can walk away with your head up high.
And Villa coming in with a really awesome putt as well.
Same with that, and shout out to these guys. I mean, this is a tough course. I know Villa had a rough round watching them out there.
Yeah, but there's a lot of talent with all these guys. It's just a matter of the conditions and luck, trees.
A lot comes into play as Mike's gonna tap his in. Once again, phenomenal player. As Devin's able to just walk away from this thing, man.
And he's securing his win.
And it's
celebrating, the cards clapping. We're gonna see some happy times here.
Some camaraderie coming right over. Job well done, and he deserved it. I mean, he just threw
Put
it
on a show.
And he wasn't even leading the round, and he was not leading going into today. So it's just nice to see how well he did here at Stafford, and how well he just played throughout the whole weekend. So he actually went first, shooting 34 under. Mike was able seven strokes behind him at 27 under. He came in second. Villa was able to come in third there and secure that. Rob fell all the way down to 10th, man, as he's at the bottom of this card here.
That's tough.
And this is what finishes out here. Michelle Frazier was able to take away the women's, if you did watch our round 3. But That was it, man. That was the New Jersey States.
Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, ring that bell to make sure you get all the notifications. Visit our Facebook, Instagram. That's where you're going to get all of our behind the scenes, our blog. A lot of good stuff out there, guys.